Hello everyone, welcome to Dickson's Java 101 tutorial 17. And today I'm going to teach you the basics of arrays. What is array? An array place where the computer can store information. So it's pretty much like a little block, and when the user adds in numbers or the coder puts in numbers, it gets stored into an array. So array simply allows me to store data. Allows me to store data. And a simple array looks like this. First of all, you have your data type, and then you have your variable. You put an equal sign, put new, put the data type, and then you initialize the size of the array. So I just put X. Once you initialize the size of the array, this is going to be static. So you cannot change the size of the array unless it is a dynamic array, but it's a different array. So at the moment we're just doing the array, and once you initialize array, that's going to be the length of that. So I'm just going to show you how do you hard code data into the array. Okay, so let's get started. First of all, I'm just going to create a data type called int, because unlike whole numbers, I think it's easier to show using whole numbers. So you have my data type called int. I'm just going to create an array. An array simply looks like this. Open bracket, closing bracket. And then you create a variable, and I call it list. I just go list is equal to new int again. You need your data type. And then I'm going to create an array that has 5 blocks. Okay, and just to recap, remember 0 in computer programming is actually a number, and that is the starting number. When I have 5 blocks, I'll actually count from 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so I'm going to show you how to hard code into the array. First of all, it is very easy. You just add the variable called list, and then you initialize where is it going to be in the array. So for example, I want my first little area to put in data, and I just initialize it, put into 0 into my array. So list, which is my variable, array 0 spot is equal to maybe 5. I'm just making these numbers up, and I can just copy and paste this and make sure you have 5 arrays. So I'm gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4. Remember, it starts from 0, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, and there are 5 arrays. I'm just gonna make these numbers up. You can put as large as you want. So I got 5 arrays. So now I'm hard coding my data into the array. So what do you do with them? Now you can print them, and print them is simply just using a for loop. Because we don't want to repeat, we could go system.out.println list 0, 1. That's just gonna take a lot of time, and we like, as computer programmers, we like to shorten things. Just go for I is equal to 0, I is less than to list dot length, because we want to get the for loop to loop each one of them until the end. And in order to tell the computer the length of the array, we just have to go list dot length. So in this case we have 5, and then we'll stop and just go I++, open curly brackets, and then closing mustaches. So closing for loop. I have to initialize int, That's why it was in red. And now we just need to do a simple print line using list, which is the variable, which is the array. And once we want to associate the for loop to the array, we just put an I there. Good. So I'm going to run this program to see what happens. 5, 8, 3, 10, 20. Awesome. I'm just going to put a simple print out saying hard-coded values. And now I'm going to teach you how to generate random numbers into the array. This is going to be very useful in the future because you might want to generate random numbers into the array and do averages, sum, and all that. So I'm going to do a space here, and I'm also going to print random generated values. So if we want to do random generated values, I may want to use a for loop. So I'm going to use a for loop to generate random numbers into the array list. So into the array. So in order to do that, I'm just going to use a for loop because I don't want to keep on repeating myself. So I'm going to call it int j equal to 0, starting from 0, and I'm going to go int j is less than something. So I need to create a new array. I'll call it int j int random list. I'm going to create my random array. And here's just a little thought. You can put the array here or here. It's just personal preference, either one. But sometimes I like it to put it after the variable. So int random list array equal to new int and the size of it. So I'm just going to make it 10 because I want to generate 10 random numbers. So int 0 equals 0, j is less than greater than random list dot length, and then I'm going to go j plus plus because we want to increment it until it hits the end of the array. So I'm going to open bracket, closing bracket. To generate random numbers in your array list, it is very simple. You just have to go random list array j because we want to associate it back to the for loop equal to int because we want to upcast the random number math.random method, which is open bracket closing bracket star 100 because I wanted to create a value from 0 to 100. And now I've created the values into the array list. Now we just need to print it. I'm just gonna write it because sometimes when I copy and paste codes, I make a lot of error because I don't change I'm gonna make all the necessary changes. Just sort of practice again. For is similar to this one. For j random list dot length. So for int j equal 0, j random list dot length and j plus plus, and I go random list now we're just going to print it out. Random list j. Okay, so let's see if this works. Awesome. So hard-coded value is 5831020 because we hard-coded these, and now we generated numbers from 0 to 100, and these are whole numbers, but we use int 99 from our random list. So just a recap, array allows me to store data. So this is something new you have to learn. And if you want to print it, just use a simple for loop and put the array and put I to make sure I is associated to the for loop. This is the method to create random numbers into the random array list. And then we just print it again using a for loop. So I hope you like this and give it a try. Thank you.